on his ass. Oh! Come on, hurry up.
The countdown to Gervonta "Tank" Davis versus Jake Paul has begun, and Tank is wasting no time setting the tone. From the very first days of camp, Davis is already grinding early mornings, relentless conditioning, and laser-focused pad work. This isn't just warm-up work, it's the foundation of a statement fight.
Good angle.
Coach Kenny Ellis has spoken with confidence about Tank's early camp, saying that they are not worried about anything before that night. Jake admitted that he might have some advantages over their adversary, but also stressed that anything is possible if you decide to pursue it. Ellis continued by saying that they are ready to face any problems in the ring and want to show their confidence in Gervonta's talents by learning how to precisely land clean shots on Jake.
Not worried about his power or his height or anything like that?
Not at all. It's a few ways you can skin a cat, you know what I mean?
As they are responsible for training Gervonta and making sure that the right work is done in camp, he said they are always there when he calls. Tank Davis is getting ready for this fight in a manner fans have never seen him accomplish before. Training is the bedrock of confidence. He added, Gervonta's persistent, hard-working preparation guarantees he is ready to provide his best effort in the ring.
They talked about, but how did this come about? Do you have any details how they worked this out?
Actually, I don't.
Oh, okay.
That was a surprise to me, you know. All I do is train. When Tank called me, I'm in the camp. As far as the business side, I don't get into that, you know?
Yeah, definitely, bro.
Insiders say that Davis is already setting the tone for this camp and that his training is on another level. Those closest to him reveal that whenever Tank calls, the team is there, keeping the grind relentless. Confidence comes from training, they insist, and Tank is proving it every day. Right now, he's keeping it simple but brutal. Pure strength and conditioning, endless pad and mitt work, sharpening timing, rhythm, and raw power. This is the foundation for the storm ahead. Discipline first, fireworks later. In addition, Shakur Stevenson has ruled out Jake Paul from fighting Gervonta. Even with the size advantage, he argued, Tank has skills that likely outweigh any physical advantages, so size won't play a role in this fight. After his fight with Lamont, Gervonta even suggested he would entertain fighting someone like Jake, which implies he has so much confidence in his skills. Gervonta went on to say that on fight night, he was confident Davis's skills, speed, and fight IQ would exceed Paul and win by some margin.
I mean, size will play some part of the fight, but if I'm thinking like I'm Tank, I'm probably just gonna go out there and try to outbox him and use my knowledge and IQ against him. So I can see Tank just outboxing him and making it real easy.
Is there any way you could, any realistic or legitimate way in your mind you could see Jake Paul winning a fight against Tank?
No.
No way.
Nope.
Most importantly, Calvin Ford also classified this fight as hazardous when discussing it. Though Jake Paul is occasionally criticized, he has done a great job and gained respect in the boxing world, he said, lauding him as a fighter able to win enormous fights. Ford, though, emphasized that meeting their boxer, Tank, would be his most difficult challenge to date. Jake claimed that this battle will test his resolve and capacity to the utmost, despite all he has shown.
Paul and Tank been going at it for years, and I got to worry about his safety, you know?
Absolutely. And how did this fight come about? Because I remember Jake was at the fight with him and Lamont, when Gervonta fought, and I thought it was next, right?
No, they was talking about this for years. You know,
yeah.
Tank been going back and forth for so long, and people don't understand that, you know? One thing I can say about Jake, he's good at what he do, And he's been doing it. That's why he's where he's at. And everybody keeps saying, be honest, this is a risky fight. You know what I'm saying? Anything can happen because I don't know all the logistics inside gloves, what weight class. There's a lot of stuff I don't know about yet. But my main thing is to keep him safe.
Team Davis is leaning into the most significant discussion point of this fight, Jake Paul's size. Coach Calvin Ford embraced it head on and chalked it up to the fact that weight doesn't dictate success in the ring. Tank's our guy, Ford responded with unshakable poise. We know exactly what fighter he is. Ford was adamant, warning that the moment Paul steps through the ropes, his eyes will be opened as to how dangerous Gervonta is. Don't underestimate the smaller frame. Tank's explosive movement and sudden power has put away men much larger than him.
The difference is very big, 135 to a heavyweight. How does Tank adapt to that weight?
You gotta figure it out, man. That's why I'm so babbling right now, you know, because this is a tall glass of water we gotta drink. But I believe in my youngin', always believe in all my youngins, you know what I'm saying? But him, he's our forefront youngin', you know what I'm saying? It gives everybody else hope. You know what I'm saying? That it ain't nothing that you can't do if you don't put your mind to it.
Absolutely. You think Jake is going to be surprised when he feels that punching power from Tank Davis from a smaller man and hit like a heavyweight?
Boxing analyst Showbiz the Adult added his 2 cents and displayed why Davis still has the opportunity to turn the tables. Showbiz acknowledged that Paul may have physical advantages, but no physical advantages equate to invincibility. Showbiz reinforced that how they place Davis in a position to win will depend on a laser game plan and the discipline to identify every single gap. If they miss it, the size disparity becomes a mountain. All the commentary represents a classic matchup: brute size versus lethal precision. Team Davis knows the punch that is in Tank's glove, and the punches behind it can bring the outcome they want and shock the world.
You know, Jake Paul is bouncing back and forth with the boxing IQ that he has, as little as he has it, but he has experience. So I'm saying, I just don't know how Tank actually gets to him enough to hurt him. Right? I guess he gets tired, but even then, if he covers up, I'm not sure. I just don't think Tank will knock him out. And plus, listen, man, if Jake Paul kind of opens up and just swings and swings on Tank, I think his response would be to move around or cover up himself. This fight is so odd, right? In a way, I mean, how it looked aesthetically just doesn't make sense.
At camp, Gervonta Tank Davis values mindset as the true weapon. Gervonta Davis's every morning is full of action and discipline, focus, and the quiet longing of a champion. These first few weeks are not only about building muscle, it is about honing his mind as well. There is a respect for Jake Paul that Tank carries through camp. However, his cool sense of self-belief drowns out any noise around the fight. Each training session is concise. Business was done. Skills became sharper. The messaging was clear.
I want to take his best punch or whatever he do good, be able to take that and take it away from him, and be able to make sure that when I give him myself, make sure I'm doing everything correct, make sure all the way down to the T. Take him in that deep water and drown him.
He was in another space, but on the other side, Jake Paul is grinding too. He is no stranger to big arenas or bright lights, but this is new territory for him. Gervonta is not just another name. He presents a blinding flash of speed combined with instincts that have made him a championship fighter. Paul fully understands that every round will push him harder than he has experienced before, which is why he has made his camp equally intense, moving him past his comfort zone. 2 fighters, 2 mindsets, 1 collision, where Tank will build an iron mental edge and Jake pushes through the steepest terrain of his career. When the bell rings, it will not just be about power and skill. It is an absolute clash of wills to see whose preparation actually rules the night. MMA veteran Chael Sonnen isn't sugarcoating his prediction. He's boldly calling for a Jake Paul upset over Gervonta Davis. Sonnen says taking this fight was a mistake for Tank, emphasizing that the whole event is big business entertainment, not about chasing belts or legacy. Sonnen still respects Davis's skill and even said he would be happy if Tank won, but he is betting on Paul to turn the boxing world on its head.
It's gonna beat Tank badly. And I'm only sharing for you. We're not holding this event for rankings or for titles or for lineage. This is a night of business. And I'm gonna predict for you now. And we'll know. As soon as this video comes out, we'll know. I would be happy to be wrong. But as far as picking a business partner, when you choose a dum-dum, don't be surprised when he goes out and acts.
Meanwhile, in Jake's camp, the YouTube star turned fighter is leaning into mental warfare. He knows all eyes are on him, some fans hoping for the upset and some waiting for the inevitable collapse. Instead of wilting under that spotlight, Paul is motivated by it. The early days of training are the time to focus, tune out the noise, and turn pressure into fuel. Love it or hate it, Jake's feast on high-stakes moments is part of the career he has cultivated. Sonnen believes that the same tested mentality and size can be different when that bell rings. For Tank, that means he is fighting not just a bigger man, but a showman who revels in chaos. Jake Paul's trajectory from viral superstar to serious threat has been nothing short of impressive. Paul emerged on the boxing scene by wrecking MMA fighters like Ben Askren, Tyron Woodley, and Nate Diaz, and has become more refined with each appearance. The victory over Anderson Silva confirmed he could handle serious guys, and earning serious headlines from sparring rounds with Mike Tyson only stoked the flames. Each passing event demonstrated discipline, fight IQ, and continual improvement, gradually creating the resume of a fighter who isn't merely a fisting and fighting play boxer, but is living the life. You remember that smile when he emerged victorious over Nate Diaz? That was a man relishing legitimacy.
Nate said he wants a rematch.
Now, with the forthcoming fight with Gervonta Davis, there are even fighters like Rolly Romero saying don't sleep on Jake Paul. Rolly even says he doesn't care what others think. Paul trains like a pro and has fought against real experienced competition in the pros. To him, his skill and discipline aren't a fluke. He has filled his toolbox. Romero indicates and implies that when the bell rings, the things he has learned the hard way will matter. It's a big stage with big stakes, but Jake's path from YouTube clown to real boxing threat is one that has garnered him more than headlines, but also respect. If Rolly is right, respect might translate to a very real opportunity for success.
He works hard, bro, he trains, does full camps, bro, it's not like these YouTube dudes who go to the boxing gym for 2 weeks and think that they're gonna no, he trains, does a full camp, strength and conditioning, sprints, everything, spars nonstop, all that stuff, right? He trains like a real pro fighter.
Has some legit.
But you know why he trains like a real pro fighter?
Why?
Because he is a real pro fighter.
In the ring with Gervonta Davis, does Jake Paul have his skills progressed to that point?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
I mean, dude, he just beat a former world champion the other day.
Yeah.
Not everyone is sold on the idea. Dylan Dennis blasted the fight, stating it was an outright joke. He claimed the public is being fooled. This is not a glory fight, it's a spectacle for spectacle's sake. Dennis even referred to it as a sparring session, telling fans don't expect anything special because this is purely entertainment to him. Dennis's overall message is don't get your hopes up. This isn't a fight.
In a real fight.
What do you make of Tank versus Gervonta versus
It's a joke.
Jake Paul?
It's a joke, yeah, it's a joke. It's gonna be like Mike Tyson. It's gonna be a sparring match, and after they're gonna just steal everybody's money. Same
You
thing.
gonna watch it?
No.
But respected former world champion Carl Frampton took a different, more cautiously optimistic angle. He praised Gervonta Davis for his elite skill set, but also raised questions about taking a fight with a fighter the size of Jake Paul. He also reminded the audience that boxing is about weight, and when a weight class is that wide, you can't ignore it. Frampton clearly stated that Paul's physical size could take away from Gervonta's normal explosiveness, leading to Tank being unable to show the full scope of what he can do. Two wildly different warnings, one characterizing it as a match, the other characterizing it as a real threat, yet both elucidated the same truth. Fighting Jake Paul is no easy night's work for even Gervonta Davis.
It's going to be difficult just because of the size of Jake Paul. I mean, Gervonta Davis, of course, he's a much better boxer than Jake Paul is, but there's weight divisions for a reason. Imagine he chins him. It's going to look ridiculous. Well, if Jake, I think Gervonta Davis will have enough to know not to get chinned by Jake Paul, but there's a chance that just because of his size, you know, and he could hold him and push him about and sap his energy and whatever, but
the boxing world is buzzing as the countdown continues. Fans can't wait to see how Gervonta Tank Davis deals with the size gap, and they're just as curious whether Jake Paul can withstand Tank's lightning fast power. One clean shot from Davis can flip a fight in seconds, but Jake's strength and momentum are real weapons too. So what happens when the bell rings? Does Tank's championship experience break through, or does Jake's size and pressure rewrite the script? Drop your predictions in the comments on who you got and why. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like, subscribe, and stay locked in. More Fight Night updates and inside stories are coming your way. Don't miss a punch.